let's consider a possibility real quick. So, Barack Obama's president, Joe Biden's vice president. Joe Biden's old school senator. He's a senior senator, or he's an old school senator. Obama's a junior senator. He's not really in the loop on much national security stuff compared to the old seniors. They all know everything. So, um, I pop out of the woodwork. I starve myself. But before that, what happened? Terrorist attacks. So Obama's president in West Texas happens. I am kind of in the middle of it. I start talking. Before my hunger strike, I talked. Like I started talking and then I did a hunger strike. So I go to West Texas and Obama goes to West Texas. Obama's helicopter flew in. But is it possible that Obama went to West Texas and no one told him anything? The FBI didn't tell him anything. The DEA didn't tell him anything. They told Joe Biden because they didn't trust Obama. Because Obama was a junior senator. But why else would they not trust Obama? He's black. And I know what you guys are thinking. Is it because he's black? No, it's because he's associated with black people. I've talked about it before. If you're associated with rich black people, at some point, you will be associated with someone who's connected to the black mafia or whatever, which is called the mafia. And Obama is someone that like I have a theory. He wasn't even in charge of stuff related to me because they didn't want to tell him. And Joe Biden must have been in charge because it sure seems like Joe Biden has this bias towards Catholics. Like Lloyd Austin's Catholic. Wow, you're part of that religion. Like, and that's the other reason. Like, it's like I can imagine a guy from Alabama, especially Mobile, coming up and being like the smartest guy around and being that successful in the military because he's also very good at diplomacy and getting along with people. But more than anything, I can imagine that guy being exactly what I've read about Lloyd Austin, which is the guy that doesn't talk as much, and he's the one that listens because it's like because everyone likes you when you don't talk, and that's everyone. Everyone would prefer to listen to themselves talk, and that's why I talk all day. But the real reason I'm not going to talk all day soon, but like the real reason I'm talking here is because I'm considering the possibility that Barack Obama was left completely out of West Texas, and Robert Mueller was pushed to be fired by other people within the FBI when I did my hunger strike, and Obama wasn't involved at all. But I know the military was involved, and so like the reason I know the military was involved is because a 4-star general that was in charge of Korea. Ran into me when I was heading to do my second hunger strike after I got robbed. So every time I try to do a hunger strike after my first one, because my first one was long, 47 days, it was brutal. After that, I tried to do multiple other hunger strikes. Something goes wrong, and I got robbed blind. During one of my attempts to do a hunger strike, I was going to Washington, D.C. I got robbed. And then that's when I ran into the 4-star general. I also was given like sunscreen when I was heading to Washington, D.C. to do a hunger strike, and it burnt my face. Like it was like, oh, here's some sunscreen. What's happened to my face? All right, so let's think here. Joe Biden, if he's in charge of the Democratic Party, and he is the beginning of censorship, and he's running for president against someone, and like the people that could really prevent the censorship of his political opponent are the people that he's in charge of. And like even if he's not an elected official, Joe Biden wasn't a senator. He didn't commit election fraud. Even if he's not an elected official, could he still commit election fraud? I think Joe Biden's probably more responsible for election fraud than Donald Trump, but they're probably equally responsible. And in my opinion, they should both have to go to jail because this is like a complete insult to the United States Constitution. It's a complete insult to the United States people, to the American people. It's a complete insult to the founders of this country. Like Joe Biden, like is like, like, are you freaking kidding me? You do that, like, you will give them a direct order to take that big of a risk because you're trying to protect your ass. Like, who the fuck are you, dude? Like, who are you? You are that person.